Hey everyone, Cliff here again. Just got back from my vacation, went to Mexico. Haven't really updated anything yet for the past day that I've been back, just because I suffer from seasickness, not when I'm on the sea, but when I actually get back on land. And it's been feeling like the whole room's been, wobbling side to side, so I'm certain if you pay close attention, you'll see my head wobble side to side or my body lean back and forth. But anyway, have a few interesting stories. One not specifically for bronies, and then one specifically for bronies. The first one was I had to go to New Orleans for a port to go on the Carnival cruise ship that I booked. The really funny thing is I took my mom on a cruise, so I booked a hotel for her and me. I booked the cruise for her and me, so it was nice getting a vacation. Haven't had one in a year and a half. I don't know how long she hasn't had one. But I love her, so it's nice spending time with her. Big thing on it though is we got booked at the Hilton, beautiful view. Went into the elevator to get some ice. Now the thing is, I didn't have any shoes on during the point. I just had my socks on, shorts, a t-shirt that I grabbed, had the little bucket of ice carried with me, and there's this guy in the elevator with a coffee cup that he took from his room, obvious Hilton coffee cup, and smells like whiskey is pouring off of him. And he stops and he looks at me and he's like, "Hey man, you're not wearing any shoes." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm just going to get some ice." And right away he's like, "Man, you're fucking crazy!" And he bursts out laughing his ass off. And after he calms down for like 5-6 seconds, he's like, "I'm gonna buy you a drink down at the bar. Come on, I'll buy you a drink." So it's a free drink. I'm like, screw it, I'm gonna go. I'll get one drink, then I'll leave. But this guy was so interesting that I had to stay. We sat down, ordered the first drink. I got Sambuca, he got one too. I took one sip of it. And he's like, "Sambuca, I never heard of this." And he downed it. He's like, that's pretty good, man. You want another one?" Bear in mind, I just took one sip. I'm like, "I'll have another one later." And so he orders another one immediately. And so by the time I finished my first, he orders us cognac, because his quote was, "Did you know General Patton used to drink these? It's fucking awesome." And so I'm like, "Sure, okay." He takes a sip of his cognac and he says, "Man, it's like gasoline. I don't want to drink this shit." Finishes drinking it and orders a cranberry and vodka. Then he turns to me with a cup that's half filled with some brown, odorous liquid that's obviously cheap whiskey, and says, "I want you to try this, man." And the first thought in my mind is date rape. This guy's got to pull me up to the hotel room. I can't trust that. So he wipes off the mouth part, the rim of the cup, the paper cup, and he hands it to me. And I jug it over my lip and tilt it back just a little bit. And he's like, "You know what that is?" I'm like, "I think it's whiskey." And he's like, "Yeah!" It was way too surreal. The other thing is he talked to the bartender and asked the bartender to go into his hotel room and bang his wife. Then he asked for a cab so that we could go to Bourbon Street. When the guy said that he couldn't order a cab, he said, "Then get a limo." So that guy was insane. That was pretty awesome. I've never experienced anything like that. But I ended up staying down there for a good half an hour just listening to him talk to people, hit on women, offer the bartender a night with his wife. So that was pretty cool. The other big thing that happened was I went to Mexico, and while I was in Cozumel, and I actually have a photo, I'm gonna just show myself because it's the interwebs. This is me in Cozumel on the Carnival cruise ship, the Triumph, which was pretty awesome. As you can see from my shirt, I did bring both of my brony shirts. The really awesome thing was I was waiting for my mom. She went to the restroom in Mexico, and these three really beefy Mexican guys with like really long mustaches came over, like really tough guys. I was a little bit nervous, and they point at my shirt and they start laughing. And one guy like pushes my shoulder kind of hard. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get my ass kicked here. These guys obviously aren't bronies. They're just picking fun because I'm wearing something that's slightly pinkish. And they talk to me. I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't speak Spanish. And the guy in the middle points at my shirt, and he goes, no, no. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do? I'm like, I actually apologize. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'll leave. He's like, Pinkie Pie is better. And I'm like, awesome. So that was really cool event. If you're on my Facebook page, I've uploaded a bunch of photos. If not, message me, or I'll put a link down in the comment section, I guess, something like that. Just thought I'd give you my short story of my trip. Nothing too exciting. Sorry for boring you guys, but next video I should be back to trying out some new stuff and talk about some brony news. I will be trying this. This is going to be the first time I've ever tried mezcal, and I will be trying the worms. So that is actually exciting to me. So peace out, you guys, and I'll be back to my usual videos next time.